Hello and welcome. Welcome to October 2022. And welcome to take a nice deep cleansing breath of that fresh autumn air if you're in the east, feeling the change in the seasons and being open to receive the messages that are here especially for you. So today I wanted to share a message, and it's about prayer. And the first way that it came through for me is when I was reading and connected with the buffalo. And I'm going to share what came through from this book, and it's called The Medicine Cards. And the buffalo shares with us, "Buffalo, you bring us the gift of life. Hear our prayers, smoke rising like phoenix. We are reborn within this sacred womb." All buffaloes are sacred. All animals are sacred. But in many traditions, white buffalo is the most sacred of all. The appearance of the white buffalo is a sign that prayers are being heard and that the sacred pipe is being honored, and that the promise of prophecy are being fulfilled. Beautiful. So, the additional message that Buffalo wants to share with us: if you've connected with the buffalo, you may be asked to use energy in prayer. You may also be called to be an instrument of someone else's answer to prayers. This could portend a time of recognizing the sacredness of every walk of life, albeit different from your own. To honor another's pathway, even if it brings you sadness, is a part of the message from Buffalo. This may be a time of reconnection to the meaning of life and the power of peace. Most assuredly, this time will bring serenity amidst chaos if you pray in earnest for enlightenment and the power of calmness, and give praise for the gifts you already have. Buffalo medicine is a sign that you achieve nothing without the aid of the Great Spirit, and then you must be humble enough to ask for the assistance and then be grateful for what you receive. I think very often we've been kind of taught in this time and space, unless we can see something, we don't necessarily believe in it. So very often many people don't see the importance of prayer. And yet I see prayer as the second part. So there's meditation, that's me being open to receive the messages that Source, God, Spirit, whatever you want to call it, has to share with me. When I meditate, I go into that quiet, serene place. And prayer is when I invoke, I request. It could be the Our Father, it could be the Hail Mary, it could be whatever you resonate with. But when you pray, it's you asking for maybe an intervention, maybe assistance. You see, we all have been given free will. And so it has to come from us being in the physical body on the earthly plane. We are the ones that need to ask and request the prayer. So for example, if we want to bring about peace with all of the wars that are going on all over the world, we can call on Mother Mary. We can request assistance to bring about that peace, to bring that harmony. And again, it really all begins with ourselves, right? So if we want to connect with ourselves and feel that inner peace within, that is really where it all begins. And so if you want to just take a quiet moment and connect with the silence within, connect with the earth, connect with all that is. And now from the sacred place within your heart, ask for guidance for any situation you may be enveloped in, for yourself. It could be healing for a physical ailment. There's an unlimited reason why we may want to connect in prayer. It could be for ourselves, it could be for another. It could be for our deceased loved ones. Prayer. So we ask for assistance. We don't dictate how it should be handled. We're opening up and asking. We're requesting help from the heavenly realm to assist us, to bring calm, to bring peace, to bring harmony, beauty, joy, and love into our life. So just taking a moment, connecting with that, with your heart space. Beautiful. The other thing that's really nice is to remember to give thanks. Whether we can see it in that moment, we know that our prayers are being answered. It could be brought through another person. It could be brought through in nature. Nature is a beautiful place that gives us many answers to our prayers. Be open to receive a myriad of ways that the prayers are answered for you. And when we give thanks in the moment that we're praying, we're open to receive. We're giving gratitude. And as we give gratitude, that's what comes back to us. So being grateful to Source, even though at some points we may not understand what we're going through, the challenge that we're encountering. But when we're in gratitude, you see it happening for you, not to you. So very often it's those times when we may be in the dark night of the soul, where we feel alone, where we feel despondent, that we're cracked open, so to speak, to hear, to see, to receive the messages of hope, of faith, of love that are meant for each one of us. Beautiful. So now the other thing that I wanted to share, and I've been getting this message very, very often from Mother Mary, it's again to pray. So the rosary, many of us, if we were brought up in the Catholic faith, many of our mothers, parents may have prayed the rosary. And somewhere along the line, I think we've lost that. Whether we didn't believe it, we thought it was some like hocus pocus, we didn't have faith in it. But Mother Mary is coming through and she's talking about the importance of prayer. So this is from a book called The Way of the Rose, and I'm going to share this. Giving birth to prayer. People today believe that prayer is a forgotten art, but to believe that it is to close your eyes, stop up your ears, and shut the door of your heart against the world. For the earth and all that is in it, the plants, the animals, the weather, the elements themselves, even those things that you do not think of possessing life. All of these, without exception, are deeply and continuously engaged in prayer. Your lungs work even while you are sleeping. Your heart beats from the moment you are born. The mist covers the valleys, the rain falls, and the river flows. Prayer is the one ceaseless, universal activity. When you take up the beads of a rosary, you are joining with the activity as surely as the sun rises and sets, the moon moves through the planets and the phases, and the star turns into the great wheel around the sky. You must know that there are no limits on prayer because there is no beginning or end. to prayer. At birth, you come in somewhere in the middle of a great story that prayer, because it forms a circle like the beads of a rosary, is truly without end. Know that when you pray, your prayers are heard and answered everywhere at once. In truth, prayer doesn't begin anywhere or end anywhere. The prayers you utter flow to you, then through you, then pass beyond you to points elsewhere through the world. You believe that your lives are supported by a momentary economy, but that economy is only an illusion. The world itself is nothing but an economy of prayer. That is what you must learn. This must become your devotion. The world is nothing but prayer. You see, prayers make things happen, but making things happen is not the same as a prayer. You have heard people say, pray and take action. They never say, take action and then pray. You must learn to discern the path ahead through prayer and then follow where the prayer leads. How else will you seek your heart's desires? How else will you learn and know that you are free? There will be times when your actions are limited, when your options are few, and your world is narrowed. Even then, to pray first will guide you and show the possibilities for actions that you would otherwise not imagined. Through prayer, you can reunite with the fluidity and the creativity of life itself. Draw forth from the darkness what is within you, so that it may be seers and take on form and color, just as a mother brings forth the child from her womb, and the earth brings forth flowers. You must give birth to prayer, even if you experience birth pangs, even if it causes you travail. Not to do so is not to carry forth the life that is within you. Always know that you were born to bring forth that which is within you to the world. And the work begins, as all things begin, with prayer. So as we are reminded of the power of prayer, it doesn't necessarily have to do with any religion or any form. It's being honest and open and asking for guidance, again, to bring about that peace, serenity, calm. And we can do it for ourselves. We can do it for healings. We can request the interventions to bring peace where there is war and calm where there is distress. So take this time in the month of October, go outside, connect with the earth, Mother Gaia, and see how your prayers are answered. Perhaps it may come through the rings of the tree in numerology. It could be the squirrels gathering their nuts. It comes to us in a multiple of ways when we are open and receptive. So beautiful. Thank you so very much. Remember the power of prayer. Bring it into your day, perhaps first thing in the morning, giving thanks when you eat a meal, and at the end of the day, bringing you solace, peace, harmony, bliss. Beautiful. Thank you. We love you. We look forward to seeing you, and enjoy this beautiful time of fall. If you're in the East Coast, and if you're in the other sphere, the Southern sphere, enjoy the sun and the spring and the time that allows for you. Wishing you love and blessings.